Happy Sunday, everybody. It is a beautiful April Sunday afternoon, late in the afternoon, so cheers. We've stopped work so we can crack a beer. And yeah, I thought I'm cracking a beer, I'm going to sit in the sun, might as well switch you on and just have a chat and say hello and sort of let you know where we are in the world with a few things like oils, just chat about saws, like for the love of saws, which is pretty much what this channel's about, isn't it? So yeah, just I've been clearing up. I've got a log pile from when we knocked the old workshop down this time last year. Some of the sycamores, if you go back and have a look at like the climbing video that I did with Alex the arborist, still some of that sycamore is down on the ground and needs cutting up, and it just needs tidying up, to be honest. So I've just used it as a bit of I've just had a potter, good old potter this afternoon. So just getting up I've got out some of my favourite saws, which regular viewers to the channel will be very familiar with. Cheers. Regular viewers will be really familiar with. No stills, I'm afraid. I probably would have got the 461 out actually. I was in an older saw and I sort of wanted to check what saws were sharp. I gave most of them a little lick with a file. Just you know, you've got to keep fresh fuel in them, got to keep oil running through them. I think it's good to just start them up. So that's what I did. Not cutting up anything major, but I thought I'd update you on a few things I've been testing lately. The first one of which is Aspen's Bio chain oil. Let me have a look. I've got you on wide angle there. Let me see if you can see it. There you go. So Aspen Bio chain oil, and really I've been curious about this because Buckin's been on about his bio chain oil, which you can't really get in the UK, and that seemed to be working well for him. And I've never got very excited about chain oil. It's just an expense, isn't it? So I just have a 20-litre barrel of some cheap chain oil, really, that I bought from the local country supply store. It's always been all right, but very noticeable that most of my modern saws, so the 500i, the 572, the 461, really the bars just don't seem to get very wet. And I'd always just wondered about the oil pumps, but then I did the little mod on the 500i, took the little, you know, bang the dowel in and turned it a bit more. Still wasn't very impressed, so I thought, well, maybe the oil is just too thick or too rubbish. I like the idea of a bio chain oil, so I thought, let's give it a go when I put my order in with Aspen for some more proper fuel. So I've just been experimenting with running it today, and I have to say I'm pretty pleased. I've cleaned all the saws off now, so you can't really see, but on all of the saws, let's grab the 365 because that hasn't got a scabbard on. But on all the saws, oh, you can see there actually there's a lovely mist of oil on the bars, and on all the saws there was a lovely little sort of trace of oil starting to fall down here. So I would say I'm impressed. It does seem much thinner than the oil I've been running, and yeah, all of the saws I've run it in, I have put it in 500i as well. I tried it with the 500i, put a tank of fuel through the 500i last weekend, just messing about with a hedge and some stuff like that, really just to smash up the hexa chain because I'm kind of over the hexa, but it did seem to be lubing it quite nicely. So thumbs up for the Aspen Bio chain oil. If you get some, let me know. It's cheap. Doesn't seem to be mega money to me. Yeah, works well. While we're on about liquids, my current oil of choice is, you'll have seen, I popped it up on my Instagram, but Amsoil the Dominator. If you guys are any Americans watching, hello. All of the nice oils, so Sabre, The Echo Red Armour are really hard to get over here. I don't know if it's because they're US made or if there's some sort of hazardous chemicals law or something, but you can't get them in the UK. We can get most of the motocross oils, but we do struggle. But we can get Dominator. So Richard Flagg, if you've seen his channel, has done a way better job than me he's done some great experiments. He's cleaned the tank out, run a tank of fuel with oil through with a load of different oils, then taken the cylinder off. You can have a look at the piston, have a look at the bottom end, seeing what residues are left. It's a brilliant test. Well done, Richard. Go and check those out. And Dominator comes out well. I can't say I've been running it long enough to really say if it's better than anything else. I've always been running like a Castrol Race 2-stroke because that seems pretty easy to get. You know, like a motocross race 2-stroke oil. Yeah, that's it. Really can't really say too much. I seem to be wanting more and more oil in my mix as we go on. I'm definitely never above 40 to 1. I'd say I bounce around somewhere between 37 and 40 to 1. It's a bit, bit difficult when you're measuring up a couple of litres at a time to tell, but there we go. Of course, I'm custom mixing that with the Aspen 4. I do use pump fuel every now and again if I absolutely have to. I'm also, even in the Aspen, putting a little bit of a product called Driven Carb Defender in there, which is a 2-stage product. It protects against ethanol. It doesn't protect against it, kind of, what's the word? It sort of neutralizes the ethanol. But it also has a thing called polyethylamine in, which cleans stuff. So, all of these carbs on these saws need, I think, something in there that will clean them. And certainly the 500i needs to keep that injector clean. So, yeah, I think it doesn't hurt to run something through there that will keep the fuel system clean. So yeah, that's where I am with liquids at the moment. And really, what else can we talk about? Should we pick you up and we can talk about some saws? Because you don't want to just sit here and watch me drink beer, do you? Let's have a look at some saws. So let's put you back to a normal thing. So regular viewers to the channel will be very familiar with all of these saws. Oh, it's just, you know what it's like. We all just love saws, don't we? So that's the OG 365 Special that I did the big build series on. It's not a pretty saw. It is quite dirty and it is bashed about. Actually, the case is all split and all sorts actually. But pop-up piston, no base gasket, a little bit of transfer, lower transfer porting. Raise the intake timing, and it is a lovely saw to run. This is just, every time I pick this saw up, I know I always go on about 262s. 262 with the 24-inch Sugi lightweight on it. It's just, I might start that up for you in a minute just so you can see the throttle response. It's just wild, that thing. So this is, I guess this is an interesting one. 365, so the sort of cousin to the 365 Special, but those of you who know and have spotted the decomp on the top and the blue choke lever will know this is an X-Torque saw. So 365 X-Torque and a 372 XP X-Torque, so like the second generation of 372 XPs, are the same saw, 70cc. So this one, again, you'll know, I've opened up the transfer webs, taken off the base gasket, done very similar set of mods to that, and that saw was one of two. Actually, I bought two of those. My friend Graham, hello Graham if you're watching, has the other one, and he always just comments at what a good saw it is, and I've been running that today, and it's do you know, it feels very 572-y actually. Yeah, I think they're good. We need to go back into the 372 XP thing because I haven't really got a stock 372 XP that I use regularly. I've got a Johnsrud 2171 which I need to get out and play with. It's stone stock. So over here, the other one we've got, this is of course the late Husqvarna 61 with a 266 top end, Wolf Creek saw shop, pop-up piston, base gasket delete. Not so much porting on that one, but it is a rippy. These, I mean, you're noticing the theme here, aren't you? 65, you know, well, that doesn't count. That runs like a 70cc saw anyway. 65 to 70cc saws, sort of middleweight class of saws. They're old, but they're just such a lovely experience to run. So yeah, what have you been running? Let me know what you've been running this weekend, guys. I'm interested to know. Have you been out and about chopping? I hope you've been cutting some wood. I've got a lot to get cut at the moment. I've got to just start up this 262 for you because it is wild. Although it is kind of fickle. It's just developed a little like a fuel leak for no apparent reason. You've got a lot of compression as well. You can see it actually, guys, just what I was saying about the oil. It's just starting here. Maybe you can see it in the light. Can you see it in the light how it's just, there's some sap obviously on there, but yeah, really is that Aspen Bio oil really is making a difference. Put you back on widescreen again. So yeah, she's just crazy to run. You like revvy things. Yeah, I've just looked down actually. There's a little haze of oil just from starting it up then. There's a little haze of oil on all the saws that are down on the ground. So try that Bio chain oil out. Let me know what you think. So yeah, not much more to say really. I just thought, beautiful sunny afternoon. We're just relaxing now. I thought I'd just switch you on and have a chat to you really. No, let me know, you know, I started this channel fixing saws, and we've moved a bit more into just a general gossip channel really, haven't we? Yeah, so I hope you're enjoying that. Let me know what you'd like to see more of really. What sort of saws? I'm still on this quest for some saws. I nearly went and picked up a Pioneer P41, popped up locally, and one of those Facebook things, super cheap. Runs apparently if you put fuel down the carb, but couldn't catch up with the guy and all the rest of it, so would love to go and get that. I've got a real, every time I think I want a new saw, I just sort of think there's so much money. You know, my favourite one is this, like this 262 XP. This is what I started the channel with. I paid £100 for the carcass of this saw, and you know, just rebuilt it from the ground up. Got a brand new piston and cylinder on it. Did a few tweaks to it on the way. That is the stuff I like doing. And there are a lot of saws from that era I want to explore. So I keep talking about 346 XPs, which a lot of you have said are good saws, but do you get the original one or the later one? Which is, those of you who've run both, let me know. But there's another saw that Husky did back at that time, which apparently I've read is the highest revving saw ever made, 15,500 revs, and that is a 242 XP. I've got an old Husky 41, which I think is a very similar chassis, which I absolutely love. It. One of those saws that just punches way above its weight. So 242 XP, really, they're very rare saw. You don't see them anymore. Apparently because of the revs, a lot of them blew up. But yeah, fancy one of them. I don't know. Lots of things. I haven't got a 288. I've got that Army 281. I sort of feel like I need a 288 to complete the set. And 385 is obviously on the list as well. What saws are on your list? Let me know. Yeah, we've got some handles coming. Owen, who comments on this Elemental Race, who comments on the stuff. Hello Owen, if you're there. Has made me up a 22-inch handle for one of my axes. I've decided I've got about 3 or 4 Tassie heads still to put a handle on. And they're all just sort of 28, 29 generic Tassies really. So I said to Owen, let's have a bit of a play about it. Let's put a short handle on one, 22-inch. So we get on, and he's made that handle up. It looks lush, so I'm excited to get that. Yeah, lots going on. But I hope you've been out cutting today, and I hope you're well. And yeah, I hope you're just enjoying saws and wood, and I hope you're relaxed and happy. On that note, we'll leave you be, and look forward to seeing you on another video of chainsaws and axes soon. Thanks for watching.